Give the people what I want. Hi, okay, and welcome to what is now the third attempt to finish filming my second videos intro. Once I published the first video, the biggest thing that became an issue was the lighting, which I thought I could get away with natural light, but actually once I rendered it out, it got a lot darker. So I broke out the old ring light and spent a good while having to set up. I'm actually going to be heading out soon myself. I'm going on a walk with a friend. I'm very excited. This could be a lot of fun. I haven't seen people in a really long time, so hooray. But definitely week 2 of me trying to start an Etsy shop. I have some product. I would like some more. I want 3 greeting cards at least. I have 1. And I have some stickers, and I would really actually just like some like jotter notebooks, just like notepads. You can get them on Vistaprint pretty easily. Obviously, I'm not at the point where I'm looking for manufacturers because I'm at the very beginning, and I keep hearing Etsy people talk about that, and that's just way off and very scary. So for now, it's just what can I print at home, and what can I get printed very cheap on Vistaprint. Where I'm at currently, I'm doing a lot of research. And what I have found so far is a lot of Etsy sellers have said the more products you have on your Etsy shop starting out, the higher up on the SEO of Etsy you'll go. I saw one artist recommend 10 products to start and then get up to 50 as quickly as possible. For now, 3 greeting cards, stickers, a jotter pad. I'm looking at about maybe 5 to 10 different products. I don't know if I'm gonna sell the stickers individually or sell them as like a sticker pack. I haven't exactly decided that yet. Myself, I feel like they should just be part of a sticker pack, but I need to do a little bit more research on what people actually want. Do you want just one individual sticker, or do you like a big packet of them? I would like a big packet personally, and a lot of this has been going off what would I like to buy in an Etsy shop. Some of the best advice I've heard for marketing and coming up with things to sell is, what do you want to buy? What is something you would like to buy? Make that, because if you want it, other people will as well. So that's what I'm going off. So I want some cutesy cards, I want some jotter notebooks, and stickers. So this week I'm looking to improve on lighting as well, because I'm learning how to vlog and YouTube in general, as well as trying to set up an Etsy. So you're following me on a lot of different journeys of figuring things out. This lighting issue is also going to solve the problem of I am right-handed, so I would like the camera to face left while filming. I'm not even sure if it's better to just film my screen and put that in, but for now I really liked the idea of you seeing me draw by hand and then seeing what's happening on the screen simultaneously, and I want to play around with that a little bit more. I feel like there's a lot of hand movements and brush selection, and there's just so much detail lost, I feel, if you're just watching a stream of the screen. Especially on Procreate, you don't see the brushes I select and you don't see the intensity that I use. And I would like to include all that because I think it's interesting and I would like to watch that. So give the people what I want. So I'm going to leave it there now, and I'm going to head out with my friend for a walk. So this is where I'm at. I'm trying to plug this in. Here we go. I'm just going to start with sketching out my peach. I'm using a 6B pencil in order to do that in just a light pink. What I really like about Procreate is just I can stay really on color scheme.
I'm just going for a happy birthday. I'm gonna do a nice cute little birthday hat. I decided to go for peaches because they remind me of summer and being really happy. They remind me of the first time I went to Japan. Everything was peach flavored and peach themed, and I just really liked it. I did this whole font here, and then I deleted it because I didn't like it. You'll see it later. I just redo it. Next, I'm going in with the syrup brush. I really like the syrup brush for just blocking out colors and line work. It's just a really smooth brush. I actually do all of the coloring for this peach with syrup. I actually find it really makes it pop, especially because the rest of my drawing is just going to look really soft. I go in with a pastel, so I really wanted to make the eyes just a little bit more sharp and just really draw attention to them. I find the eyes are really the most important part of the drawing. So yeah, I go in with syrup and I just do a base flat color and clean it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a soft pastel and then go in with that for the shading and to create a nice texture. I just wanted it to be soft and happy and fun, basically. That is my whole vibe. Basically, I know the way that I shade is I go in and I just plonk it all down, and then I go in with an eraser afterwards and clean it up. I know there's probably more efficient ways of doing it, but this actually just brings me joy and kind of really makes me happy. I went in and redid the line art for this because I wasn't really happy with it, and I blocked out some colors. It took me so long to color that, just figuring out what colors to choose, because obviously you want it to stay on scheme, but you don't want it to blur into the background. As you can see, I redid the font and I actually really played around with it and kind of tested what exactly I could do in Procreate, and I was pretty happy with the outcome. Yeah, so I know there's easier ways of coloring in things in Procreate, obviously clipping masks and such, but this actually just brings me a lot of joy, so that's the way I like to do it. So I went in with a soft pastel afterwards, and then I went ahead and I blended it. This is where I went to go make my own stamp that you actually will not see the finished process of because the camera turned off without me realizing. I'll redo that later, but I just made these heart stamps and then just put them in the background. And there is the finished peach. So today, what we're going to be doing, and what I'm going to be doing, is instead of any drawing, I'm going to be going to a hardware shop and buying a plug so that we can just cut it and rewire it. So hopefully then I can just have a permanently working ring light. It's just got a ton of sellotape on it. And I am always terrified that that's gonna make it go on fire, and it probably will. So don't do this ever. Instead, buy a new plug and rewire. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, me and my son are going to go and pick up a new charger. We're going to pick up stuff for dinner. We're going to come back. Hopefully this can be rewired tonight. Hooray! Hooray! There's light. We have light. Hooray! I think that's going to be it for this week. I did not get as much done as last week in terms of art. I got one card done, not printed out. Definitely it's a week. This is the end of the week, so I'm gonna leave it here, and anything that happens after this is just gonna have to be next week's, I think. Figuring out editing processes and of course lighting. So it's far more on the vlogging side rather than the art side. I'm just kind of trying to get into a process here.
Again, it's not about being perfect. It's just about making the deadline, you know, just getting it done. Really, I should have done, like, filmed this yesterday and then edited it today. It actually took only like my partner only about like 10 minutes, maybe 5 to just rewire, but it was just actually getting it done. And then of course I had to bring my son out with me to buy the plug replacement, and that was just hilarious. I ended up going to like this work yard, like this DIY like lumber yard. They were saying like wood, cement, fake grass. It was like a real wholesaler place. There was a huge queue. I forgot to bring the buggy, so I had to like hold him because it was like a working yard. So there was like tractors and everything everywhere, and like obviously he loves that stuff, so he really wanted to go run around, so I had to hold him. Couldn't let him go, and he threw a bit of a tantrum. And then I got to the front and I was like, 1 plug socket please. Oh my god, your man looked at me like I had 10 heads. He looked at me like I had 10 heads. And I had to be like, I just want to rewire a plug, please. And then he was like, oh, okay, it's like €2, please. Especially because I think the man in the queue before me had like this 20-minute discussion about lumber and different types. And I was just like, plug socket, please. Yeah, it was a funny experience. It was funny. But got it done, got the plug back, and then just made dinner. And then rewired the plug, and then I was like, okay, that's enough for tonight. I'm still gonna aim to get videos out weekly, but even if I don't, I want filming to end weekly. So the end of filming for week 2, episode 2 ends right now. And with that, I'm gonna leave it there. If you made it to the very end, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you leave a comment. Any advice or critique would be like really appreciated if I'm doing something clearly wrong, or if you just happen to know a lot more about Etsy than I do, because I know very little. Still have not posted anything, but as I said, waiting until I have 10 products. But even with editing or lighting or anything, any advice, please comment below and let me know.